We got a new desk. So before we get this unboxed, I wanted to show you the space that we're working in. We are going to be comparing it to the Uplift V2. So by the end of this video, you guys will have a better idea of the max height, the lowest height, the weight that the desk can lift, the options you get when you build it out, and everything else you would need to know to determine whether or not you should get an Uplift or a Flexispot. But this is the desk I am replacing. So it has no wheels. The top is also really, really thick. So if I wanted to put like a microphone arm on this or something, it just would not work. Also on the back side, the chair does not go underneath because of that thick, chunky top, which makes it pretty difficult to even walk back in here. So let's go ahead and get everything unboxed, show you what it looks like, and get into the comparison. All right, so we have everything unboxed, mostly out of the bags with the exception of the legs. We have our wheels, we have the motors, we have the controls, we also have our bag of parts, along with the instructions. So we're gonna go ahead and start assembling this, and I'll give you guys a pretty good idea when I'm done of how long it exactly took me to do this. With only 7 easy to follow steps, the Flexispot E6 was a straightforward setup. It took me around 45 minutes even after using a power drill to speed things along, but with a partner I feel like it could be done much quicker since you can each take a side. Now I don't have any footage of me setting up my Uplift since I did that over 2 years ago, but I do recall you got a box for your frame and equipment and you got a box for your desktop. So just like the Flexispot here, you assemble the frame, you put the desktop on, and you're good to go. So for this round, each desk gets 1 point. Now next up, I wanted to test the stability of these desks, so I got them both elevated to a comfortable working position. I am 6'4", and I tried to match the load that is on my Uplift with some weight plates from downstairs. So we have a 25, a 10, and a 5, and another 25 for 65 pounds. And I know the center of gravity on this weight is a little lower than having monitors, but it should get us close enough so you have a better idea of how these desks respond at an elevated or working height when you're standing. The only other differences between these is 72-inch desktop, 60-inch desktop. This one has wheels, this one does not, and this one is also a C-frame table, and this one is a T-frame table. I don't think those are going to make that much of a difference, but let's go ahead, give them a little wobble, and find out. So here, not too much, and obviously you're not going to shake your desk when you're working, so if you're kind of standing here typing away, it may have a little sway, but nothing's going to fall off your desk. So overall, you know, it's not that bad, and I will say it's pretty comparable to my Uplift since I have had this one for 2 years. I know it does have a little bit more wobble at max height. So just to give you an idea there. So I just programmed the 3 and 4 on both these controllers to be their maximum and minimum heights. So I did want to do kind of a little speed test to see which of these motors are faster, which ones make more noise, and kind of just let you guys see exactly which one goes up and down the fastest. So I'm going to go ahead and press 4 on both of these to send them up and let you see. So it does look like the Uplift is a little bit faster. So this one went to 50.0 and this one went to 50.8. The reason this one is sitting a little bit higher is because it does have those caster wheels. So we are getting about 1.5 inches to 2 inches more on this one compared to this desk. So now let's go ahead and run it back down to see how fast they both go down. And again, this controller is a little finicky. You almost have to tap it twice before it does something. And there it is. It seems like the Uplift is a little bit faster on the way up, but on the way back down, they're about the same speed. The bottom height on this one is 24.4, and the bottom height on the Uplift is 25.3. Now, I do feel like you get a bit more desk with the Uplift, and I say that because the desktop on the Flexispot is 5/8 of an inch, and on the Uplift itself, it is a full inch. So you are getting quite a bit more heft with the desktop here. You also are paying a little bit more money. I also should mention that this desktop has cracked on me. So I do have a crack on the top as well as the underside of this desk, which partially might be my fault because I just recently learned that you need to condition your desk if you live in a drier climate, which I do, and I had not taken the best care of this one. So going forward with both of these desks, I'll be conditioning them on a more frequent basis. But this is exactly where the warranty comes in on desks like this. Both of them offer a 15-year warranty. Flexispot does have a few more variables where you get 15 years on on the frame itself, you get 5 years on bamboo, and you get 2 years on all other types of desktop wood, where with the Uplift, you do get 15 years. So maybe that's something I'll want to do with the cracked desk, is just file a warranty claim. But it really doesn't impact my day-to-day use, so I haven't gotten around to it just yet. But for this round, both of these desks get 1 point as they're both solidly built, they're stable, and they offer some robust warranties. Now lastly, I wanted to compare the motors and the keypads. Both of these desks have programmable keypads with 4 options. Uplift labels them 1 through 4, while Flexispot uses a sit and a stand icon along with the numbers 3 and 4. Both keypads are easy to read and offer a manual adjustment on top of the automatic programs. Each of these desks also run a dual motor setup with relatively quiet operation that won't interrupt conversations or calls. So because the Uplift was able to go up a little bit faster than the Flexispot, it also responded to my touch on the keypad every single time, versus when I touched the Flexispot, sometimes I had to hit it twice in order for it to respond and go up or down. So for that alone, Uplift is also going to win this round. So there you have it, guys. The Uplift is the desk showdown winner, but the Flexispot was not that far behind. So while you don't get a lot of the same customization options you get on the Uplift, an extra $400 goes a long way in other areas of your setup. So if you guys have any questions about either of these desks, let me know down in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up. Maybe subscribe if you want to see some more stuff like this, and we'll see you on the next one.